Welcome back, folks, to Sports Chat. Today we have a very special episode covering NFL Fantasy 2012, anything and everything that you need to know. Before we go into our expert picks, our mock draft, our sleepers and busts, we're going to continue a little bit about the regular season schedule and
for your New York Giants.
get all the ducks in a row before getting into the fantasy. So the Giants schedule, Rock, tell us about it.
Yeah, we just discussed week 1 against Cowboys, and then we got to mention week 3 against the Panthers.
Special mention for me.
Yeah,
Special mention.
I know he's wearing my jersey, but I don't know. We talk about rookie quarterbacks. So Cam Newton, huge,
Rookie season.
huge rookie season, broke several records last year.
For the Panthers.
For the
not
Panthers,
NFL
not-
records.
Actually, I think in terms of
NFL records?
rookie records, I think he broke a bunch of.
Very possibly.
Yeah, I got
most yards in a rookie season, most rushing touchdowns,
Yeah.
touchdowns overall in a rookie
Okay, I
season.
got a quick question for you then. Fantasy-wise, who would you take? Cam Newton or Eli Manning?
Oh, Cam Newton. And you know what's funny? I had this exact same fantasy position last year, and consistently every single week, every time I benched Cam Newton, I would get a decision. Every time I benched Manning, it's pure benefit for me.
We have a 1 QB league. We got at Constatorial, one of our sponsors, and we do a fantasy football league. So last year, Hammer here had both Cam Newton and Eli, and it was a tough decision every single week. So we did our mock draft order last night, just to let you guys know. I got the 3rd overall pick coming up in the draft at Constatorial.
Fortunately, I got the 8th. It's going to be tough.
9th.
So,
And
Unfortunately,
you are actually on the
first.
team with the first pick.
Oh, man.
So who are you guys gonna pick, bro? You
you
gonna get that information to us?
No, I'm still talking around about that, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Dave Rogers.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, why are you ruining it for my 3rd pick? Oh gosh, I feel the hit
Hey,
already.
you never know. Maybe I'm not gonna pick you up.
You'd be insane not to pick Arian Foster. You got to go there. We're gonna come back to it. So
Alright,
the
yeah.
last few weeks of the Giants
let's-
schedule. Let's
let's
get
finish
through. Who are we facing?
After a week 11 bye, we have our 14, 15, 16, 17 weeks are against Saints, Falcons, Ravens, and Eagles, respectively.
Who are we playing week 12?
The Packers.
Ugh.
Packers. Oh
Hungry.
man, that's gonna be a tough season. We have to get a good start. The Giants need a good start in order to come out division tops. But how do you feel they're gonna go in those last 4 games, record-wise?
Okay.
Well, I totally agree with you. They need to be 9-1, 8-2 going into their bye week. And, I mean, there are really no challenging matchups, but I think, honestly, out of those maybe 5 matches, week 12 and then 14 through 17, I don't know, against the Packers, we skin of our teeth is what we won by last year. I think we played the Packers. So, what do you think, John?
I got the Giants winning 3 of those 5. I'll tell you who we're going to lose to, who we're going to win, who we're going to beat. I think I think it's in the cards. We're going to lose to the Packers in the regular season. However, it's the regular season. We're going to end up beating them in the playoffs, just like we did last year. Take that, Packers fans. Against the Saints, I smell a Giants comeback victory, especially after a tough loss to the Packers 2 weeks prior.
Same.
We're going to beat the Falcons in Week 15. We're gonna have a tough time beating the Ravens. I'm not sure if we match up with them that well, and I think we're obviously going to beat the Eagles by like a landslide.
Right.
So I think we're gonna kind of split it 3 out of the 5 games.
I'd
What do you
say
think?
week 12, week 14 is going to be tough for us. I think those are going to be back-to-back losses, but 15, 16, 17, we'll go back to the win column. So
Here's the thing
say
with the
3-2.
Giants. They've always done this. They will start off hot.
Yes.
And then play like crap for
Yeah.
like 5, 6
November,
weeks.
December,
Slump,
yeah.
Two seasons ago, they were they
Plus,
started
you
the
add
season.
that to the schedule.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago they started out 5-0, and
So we basically have to be a whole different team
Yeah.
and have a whole different road to the Super Bowl this year than we've ever experienced in the
The
past.
question is, are we going to see the Giants that did all that beat all these good teams and got to Super Bowl, or are we going to see the Giants that got swept by the Redskins and lost to Miami?
Any differences in the Giants this year that would make you think, you know what? Being an Eagles fan, anything good that we have going for us, like, you know what? You guys might be
Good.
regular season-wise, you might have a better season than last year.
Eli's healthy. Eli's healthy, and then
Confident.
and then you have your defense is intact. You have the starters ready. JPP, Justin Tuck, and then surrounding them with Kiwanuka, and then like this, the defense itself is there.
Right?
Defense wins championships.
I think that's the first time any of us have successfully had an Eagles fan talk highly
This is
of
killing
the
me, by the way.
Giants.
talking
It's killing
about
you.
it, Yeah.
Where should we go? What's next? We got the
Okay,
divisional matchups?
Yeah, so that's it for the Giants schedule. Now let's get started with the division match, the division favorites. You wanna get started with that, Hammer?
Yeah, let me throw out the divisions at you, see what you guys think. So AFC East, we got the Patriots, Bills, Jets, Dolphins. Don't even bother writing down the next three.
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
Next.
Unanimous?
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Ziggy, you want to throw out
For the
AFC East? Your money on the Bills or anything?
Anything? Are you gonna deviate from the master plan of the Patriots taking it?
You know what? The thing with the Bills, they did start off well, and that was with Fitzpatrick healthy. Once he got that injured bone ribs, they fell apart.
Okay, but I don't think Patriots.
I mean,
yeah.
they did beat the Patriots last year.
A little bit about the Bills. They do have revamped defensive unit. Tell them a little bit about that.
Defensive wise, they're bringing back starters, but at the same time, it's a new coordinator. So,
About the O-line.
O-line, you're losing people, you're losing pieces. But with that said, they keep Fitzpatrick healthy.
And who's the splash? Where's Mario Williams headed?
Oh, that is true. He did go to Buffalo.
Yep. Is that gonna make any dent in the Patriots?
Maybe because once you have a good linebacker, how much?
Who are you kidding, bro? It's the Patriots. Let's just move on. I'm messing with you, Jigs. I'm messing with you. AFC North.
Yeah,
Who are the teams?
we got the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers.
Stuff.
Ravens.
Toss-up. That's a toss-up, I say.
Browns.
Ravens and Bengals. I don't know. It's gonna. If Joe Flacco can carry Ravens again, I think the Ravens should come out on top. What do you think, Jargo?
You're putting the Ravens' future in the hands of Joe Flacco, huh?
Yeah, and
If that's the case, I gotta go with anyone but the Ravens, because the Ravens' best bet is Ray Rice and their defense. I don't know what Joe Flacco can do, but just stay awake. And he had a lot of overthrown and underthrown passes last year. This year, I'm excited about Torrey Smith. He's one of my sleepers. Bolden has given up a lot of his, playing time and a lot of targets to Torrey Smith, so I think they're going to make it up there. So Joe Flacco is going to come back with some new connections in the
those pieces can help. Those pieces can help, but it's going to be tough coming out. It's going to come down to the last 2 weeks. Who's going to win division?
Your call, Ziggs. Who you got for this?
I'm gonna go with Steelers.
Steelers.
I'm gonna go
AFC
with
North,
Steelers.
Rock?
I'd say Ravens.
Ravens? I'm with the Rock. Ravens.
I'm with them. I'm with the Ravens.
Ravens. All right.
Typical, the Eagles fan.
Moving
Gotta be
on.
there.
Gotta be
Okay.
different.
So
Moving
let's
on.
go on to AFC South.
Another toss-up here, Rock. We have the Texans, the Jaguars, the Titans, or the Colts.
I don't know if it's much of a toss-up here because of Matt Schaub and, with Arian Foster. I think the Texans are coming out on top.
Texans. A question. What's going on with Chris Johnson? What's going on in his head? He had an amazing breakout season a couple of years ago. Wildly underperformed after coming into training camp.
Yeah.
Out of shape after some contract disputes. Is he going to go back to Tier 1 RB status?
I think so. Just because it is Chris Johnson. This is the second fastest guy in the NFL.
C20K?
No, this guy, he could easily put up numbers. And then also, at the same time, the offensive line didn't really help him last year. So, the offensive line is healthy again. He's healthy, he's in shape, he's in training camp. There's nothing to worry about, no big distractions. So,
These guys, I know they want to talk about Andrew Luck. But what about you? You were talking about the Texans, so what can the Texans say about all this?
About the...
It's the division.
Well, they have it at hand. All they have to do is do their job. All they have to do is do their job. Offensively, put points up. Defensively, don't let up points. I mean, as long as they did what they did last year, keep Matt Schaub healthy, they could go into the playoffs, they could go deep into the playoffs.
All right, remind me to come back to you about Andre Johnson, because he's on everyone's mind, which Andre Johnson we're going to get. Let's wrap it up for the AFC. Who do we have left out west?
AFC West, we have the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs.
This is going to
What
be
is this
good.
division?
Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs. Such a confusing division, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to throw it out there, guys.
Go for it.
Broncos, Peyton Manning makes a wild comeback, takes the division. What do you think?
Takes division. Wow.
Takes the division.
I don't know about division, but Peyton might sneak the Broncos up in the wild card, but I'm not so sure about the division.
Against the Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs?
I think the Chargers coming out of that pack.
They lost Vincent Jackson. They lost who was it?
Floyd?
They lost Floyd
Yeah.
to the Patriots. Sleeper alert. And they also, remember guys, you get all your fantasy information in one show. That's Sports Chat. So, there's one other guy they lost. Who was their running back last year?
Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert, the backup.
Yeah.
And we still got Ryan Matthews.
We do.
Is Ryan Matthews the top 5 running back
He can be.
in fantasy?
I don't know about that.
He can be. When
Yeah,
he's
I mean, how did
healthy,
you do
he
last
put up-
year? Because we had a lot of
ESPN
high
actually puts him.
expectations.
ESPN puts him at number 5. So
When he was healthy, he was just an unstoppable force. I mean, he was putting up
And
yards.
now
and
with
TDs.
Tolbert gone, he's going to have a lot more opportunities to shine. And Sproles hasn't been there for a couple of seasons.
Right.
So
What's funny is that Tolbert took all the goal line carries away from Ryan Matthews.
Last
He had
year.
10 touchdowns.
vultures. Those are
Those are-
fantasy vultures. You hate to have the guy ahead of them, like Ray Rice and Peters and Elizabeth Gay doing that etched. So, what do we got here? Your call, Ziggs. We'll start with Ziggs.
I got the Chargers. Phillip Rivers is going to come back with the chip on his shoulder after last year. Ryan Matthews is healthy. They got the offensive line there. Defense, maybe a couple questions, but I mean, it's a toss-up. It's really, anyone can win, but I think the Chargers can take this.
I'm also going with Zig. Gotta say the Chargers.
Chargers. I gotta. You know what? I'm feeling kind of sentimental today. I'm
Yeah.
going with my love for the Mannings. I got Broncos. I mean, the Broncos did really well last year. They got a good running core, and they got a lot of excitement and hype. I think that's going to be enough with the experience of Peyton Manning, with especially a weak division like this.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they got enough in the bag to sneak out the clinching the division.
I totally agree. I'm going with Big Brother Manning. I feel like all the pieces are there for the Broncos. They just need a leader. They need someone not Tim Tebow.
I
Okay.
love
Manning
this
can do
segment.
it.
I love this segment,
Time.
guys.
Let's start. Go with
Time?
let's go with the NFC.
We'll just do our NFC shout-outs
Quickly.
quickly
And
before we
NFC
run out of
East.
time. Before
NFC
our
East.
fantasy, go ahead.
Let's
Go
do
with
it.
Eagles.
NFC East.
NFC East.
Favorite division here. Redskins.
3 for the Eagles.
Eagles, Cowboys, Giants.
So 3 for the Giants, 1 for the Eagles. There's no surprise there.
Okay.
Who's in the NFC North, guys? Let's give us a little reminder.
The Bears, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings.
All right. And unanimous Packers?
Packers.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like the Lions might do something this season.
I'm-
They have Calvin Johnson. They have Matt Stafford. They have a fairly okay running game with Java Best if he performs the way he did last year. I don't know.
So you really got your eye on the Lions players
I
for
got my-
fantasy this year,
For
don't
fantasy, I do. I don't know if they're going to come out of the division, but
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much.
Exactly.
I'm-
Don't
I'm-
ever tell the people ahead of me to draft Rodgers.
I'm going with the
Mine.
Packers. Rodgers going to carry that team just like he did last season. Gotta say Packers.
All right. Let's go with the NFC South. We'll list off the names, Ziggs.
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and the Bucks.
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. Is anyone truly going against the Saints? We lost their coach for a year, Bounty Gate, etc.
I think that's going to sidetrack the Saints. I
Yeah.
don't think they're coming out on top.
Enough to lose the division to one
Yes,
of these other
Falcons.
ones?
Matt Ryan. He's going to the Falcons. Gotta say
Matt-
Falcons.
Who?
I gotta say the Panthers.
He's got, I know he's going
That's
for the
biased.
Panthers.
You gotta say that. Of course it's
Because-
biased. But think about it. You're right. They lost, I think, 3 or 4 of their draft picks. They really have nothing going for them, the Saints, other than Drew Brees, obviously.
So me and Hammer are agreeing on the Saints not making it on top.
I gotta go with the complete opposite. Saints, all the way.
I gotta go with the Saints all the way. I don't think Sean Payton, as much as Drew Brees relied on him, I think Drew Brees is a big boy. I think he can do it without all these other distractions. Despite it, I think it's even more reason. Last year they threw it when they had no business throwing it.
Exactly.
Be very careful drafting Saints running players because they're so illogical.
All right, and let's just finish
Bucks
off.
close second.
NFC West. Who are the 4 teams? Let's quickly
Cardinals,
get in our teams.
the
Thanks.
49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams.
49ers.
49ers.
Oh, Niners.
Niners.
Anything else?
Is that unanimous?
Yeah, I'll go with the Niners.
Okay.
All right, that's it for time, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. All the fantasy information you need, you're going to get after these messages, guys.